Hey everyone, I'm Michael Hagman.
Hi, I'm Matt Clinchu.
Hey, Kate Palace.
Hi there, I'm Abhishek. You can call me Abhi.
Great, this is a great team, and welcome to the East Kaweah's mitigation plan video. We've assembled this team together to help answer some frequently asked questions regarding mitigation. I'm Michael Hagman, the East Kaweah GSA Executive Director. I also run a surface water district, and I farm tangos down in Porterville Irrigation District. So mitigation is a requirement in the law and for Sigma, and we've added a team together to help us understand how you might understand mitigation and ways to participate in the development of that. Hey Abhi, what do you think mitigation is, and maybe describe what it means?
Great question, Mike. So as we all know, under Sigma, GSAs and stakeholders work together to manage the basin sustainably, which means operating the groundwater basin without any significant or unreasonable effects on beneficial use and users. But as basins move towards sustainability, there might be times, for example, due to overdraft, when groundwater levels drop, leading to quote unquote undesirable results. For example, wells going dry or critical infrastructure damaged from subsidence. So mitigation refers to actions taken by the GSA, for example, by providing emergency support, funding, technical support, or turnkey projects to stakeholders to address and minimize these impacts on beneficial use and users, as well as critical infrastructure. And I'll actually hand it over to Matt, who's going to talk about what is included in our mitigation plan and who qualifies.
Thanks, Abhi. So mitigation includes a lot. So it's wide-ranging options to cover wide-ranging potential issues. So there's technical assistance for helping out folks potentially impacted. There's temporary emergency support, such as bottled water. And there's also long-term solutions, whether that be a new well, deepening a well, lowering a pump, that matter. And from that point, who qualifies at a minimum in the East Kaweah GSA as well as the Kaweah Subbasin at whole. Qualifying drinking water well users are up for some financial assistance and help. East Kaweah is also looking at providing at least technical assistance for qualifying non-drinking well users, as well as those potentially impacted on critical infrastructure due to subsidence or other impacts. So I mentioned qualifying users, so I'll actually turn that over to Kate on what is the claims process and how does that work?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. So the process starts off with the GSA taking accountability to get the word out there through opportunities like this. So EKGSA has announced the mitigation program via mailers, email blasts, public outreach meetings, and plan to continue to do so throughout this process and throughout its implementation. So next, land and well owners that have experienced impacts to their assets that may be attributed to groundwater overdraft, they're invited to fill out a mitigation claim application, which can be found on the EKGSA website. This application then gets submitted to EKGSA, and EKGSA staff perform a pre-qualification screening within 72 hours of the claim application being submitted. So the purpose of this pre-screening is to identify if the GSA shall arrange immediate interim drinking water supplies, if enough information was provided to meaningfully investigate the claim, and if the claimant qualifies for mitigation through existing programs that the GSA has partnered with, such as self-help enterprises. So next, the GSA performs a more detailed technical investigation that gets to the causation of the impact. The goal here is for the GSA to identify if the impacts are tied to overdraft. Then EKGSA's Technical Advisory Committee, or TAC, reviews the results of the investigation and evaluate if the claim meets the qualification criteria for mitigation and what that mitigation could look like. They then provide a recommendation to the EKGSA board for their consideration. The EKGSA board then ruminates, discusses, identifies if the claimant indeed qualifies or does not qualify, and what that proposed mitigation could look like. If a claimant does qualify for mitigation assistance, then EKGSA staff will invite that claimant to meet and discuss to come up with a suitable mitigation that works for both parties. After the suitable mitigation is determined, then the GSA and the claimant sign a mitigation and indemnification agreement, and the GSA would award the claimant the agreed mitigation funding or technical assistance, whatever is agreed upon. And so we've put a lot of work into these mitigation framework and the individual mitigation plan, and they're open for public comment. So would love to hear your thoughts, and Mike can describe how to contribute to this process and how your thoughts can be incorporated.
Great. Hey, thanks, team. And this is a small portion of individuals and resources that have been used to develop the mitigation plan. We're excited for this to go out in the public, and we really want other people to give us their thoughts. We're only a small group of people developing ideas. Maybe you have ideas that could help us solve some of these issues and develop this plan more effectively. So if you have any questions or want to submit an idea or a thought to the East Kaweah GSA, on the East Kaweah website, ekgsa.org/mitigation, you'll find access to ways to submit comments to the East Kaweah on the mitigation plan. And let us know if you have any thoughts or questions. It's been great visiting with you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was helpful.